What up, family? Um, I just decided to put some info together that I kind of, just looked up on, and because this Kenneka case, it was, again, getting a lot of buzz, which is rightly so. So I'm gonna just start this off, and I want to kind of let it be known that what you about to look at, you're not about to see no Kenneka walking through the video or none of that. But I kind of came with the thought process that if the security guard was or is the number one suspect, whoever is associated with that suspect um, at that time or that night would be part of the list of suspects. So I'm just touching on somebody. I want to let y'all look at this footage. I'm gonna watch it with y'all, but it was some questionable behavior. I'm gonna say that. And in my thought, if this was my daughter, anybody located in that hotel would would be considered a suspect. So, keeping in the mind with some of the other information that's been put out concerning organ harvesting or organ trafficking, Rosemont, Illinois, the Biological Resource Center, and the lawsuits that they got filed against them. Keep that in mind when watching this video because I was like, well, I wouldn't expect any young teens to be able to remove the thymus gland um, from the young lady, which, is in the autopsy report. The thymus gland was not found. I try to post a screenshot of that or something. But so anyway, what we about to look at is the lobby. And in the lobby, this is kind of set up the timestamp on this one. This video it says it's about 3:30 or 3 o'clock, I guess, 3 a.m. or so. So I wanted to kind of just see what was going on around that time. So here we go. So first, family, y'all see this guy. He walks up. He got a silver case with wheels on it. Um, and a young lady. They both wearing book bags. So you know, some people would view that like, that's just a normal little scene that you would catch in a hotel lobby, I guess, at about 3 in the morning, somebody checking out is what it appears. So, but just watching because he ends up doing some suspicious behavior, and I just wanted to document it, and peep the time frame. You can rewind it back, check the timestamp, just to kind of get a context of where we at. So okay, he goes to the front desk. Um, he walks out. The lady takes her book bag off. So I seen like, okay, well he's probably not a suspect, but those bags looking kind of suspect, I should say. But so I said maybe going out there smoke a cigarette or start the car up or something. So she's sitting there, I guess his partner, friend, or whatever. So, but then bang, within a minute, he comes back in. So, I'm like, well, maybe he could have remote started his car or whatever, but he wasn't really out there that long. It was within a minute. So now, you see him, I guess he's getting comfortable. So now these silver bags, like I really don't know how popular these are to be purchased, as far as when you're traveling, but it looked like a bag that you would have something expensive in or something you don't want to break. Now watch this, family. That's not me freezing this. For some reason it froze the stream, and now bang, next to him you see is something which I'm assuming is a shirt that he took out of this briefcase. But as you kind of see that, you can rewind it and check the timestamp in the counter and notice that the time right there, or the stream stopped or whatever. So now he goes, gets his book bag, and it appears like when I first looked at it that he grabbed maybe some keys, and the way he's holding it. But anyway, so notice, okay, he's about to leave out of the lobby, but for some reason he decides not to leave the lobby. So he makes his way. I believe this is the front desk. So now peep the mannerisms. I believe again that's a shirt. He just folded up. That right hand, like I said, he kind of flipping something there. I don't know. It kind of like what you would do with some keys, but it may not be. It could be a keychain. I don't know, but it's something. So okay, watch this, family. Peep the mannerisms. I guess he's notifying somebody. He holds the shirt up. Well, you know, the security guard. So now they walk out. So I had to go to the Southwest video, and you can see, boom, he walks, makes his way down the ramp. The security guard, he isn't with him in this. Peep the timestamp on there. Now he walks past the young man, kind of put his head down as he walked past him, and he enters into, it appears, the same room that they left from. I'm not really for sure. But if you peep the timestamp on there, that's like 2:20 for some reason um, on this camera. So apparently in the lobby it's 3 in the morning, but in the hallway it's 2 in the morning. So that's a little suspect, and they say the devil is in the details. So I figured let me, just take a quick look and see what I see. And I know sharing this, y'all end up seeing something too, but okay, here goes the security guard. Bang, he's back. So now time has passed, and I think we're approaching about a minute and a half or so. The timestamps, they linked up. They kind of synced up, except for the hour. But now, as we waiting for, I guess, the next suspicious character to show up on the scene. Remember now that security guard, it appeared that the guy in the blue shirt motioned that he had a shirt, I guess, or whatever. And out pops the security guard, and it appears that he kind of follows him out of the lobby. So we saw him return, the security guard, and the guy in the blue shirt, he's still down there um, in that room to the left. So he left his luggage there. The lady, she's sitting there, kind of just passing the time. So now let me just insert this as we waiting on this. I mentioned that biological resource center, and it was like I said before, who would even fit the profile of someone who would work for that company? And so this is kind of another reason why I stopped at this part, as well as that security guard, him being the number one suspect. Anybody he would be, like I said, I repeat, anybody he around. I got a question. So bang, here we go. Look at there. Now he shows up. Now, if you notice, family, you didn't see him come up that hallway. So you ask, like, well, maybe he just came from a different spot. Now, we'll go to that. But notice he going back to that bag. It appears that he's putting what I thought was maybe some keys or something back inside of that. Now, you see in the camera the young lady, some people I think was even saying that that may have been a Kenneka look-alike. But, all right. So notice she enters into the door, and out of that door that she just enters, boom, pops the same guy that we see in the blue shirt. I hate to have all this going on, but I need y'all to check this out. So he walks up and he doesn't look at the camera and makes his way to the lobby. Y'all can check the timestamp on that. But while y'all saw that, you also noticed that these two individuals with the cooler and the lady with the luggage, they just happened to walk up. So now again, you'll get a chance, but it didn't appear that they acknowledged the man in the blue and the lady with the silver luggage when they first walked up. But this is something else that I also kind of found a little suspicious. And I would, in a case where murder is involved, I mean, everything has to be answered, you know, in my opinion. But okay, here we go. Now check this guy out and check his partner out and notice the two that's sitting there with the silver bags. I don't think you'll see any conversation going on between these four up to that point. Now they walk off, make their way out of that lobby, and bang, they are about to be heading down that same ramp, as you can see, that the man in the blue went down. And they get there, and she kind of looks at him like, "Is this the door? Oh, okay, this is the door." So they enter. Now they go in there, peep the timestamps, family. Remember, it's like, I don't know, an hour apart, but you can rewind and check when she entered. But I got the times kind of listed in the beginning, so you can kind of cross reference that. But okay, so in this lobby video, you see the people left their luggage sitting there. Um, the first two, male and female, sitting there conversating. So I think this is ongoing for maybe about 3 minutes or so on the lobby camera. But again, why would I say that the man taking the cooler and the lady walking down the ramp would be somewhat suspicious after mentioning the amount of time that they've been gone? You'll see why I say this. Body mannerisms a lot of times mean a lot, and just kind of noticing the guy in the blue, he almost seemed like he got a little fidgety energy about him. He could have had a Red Bull, so I won't all the way prosecuting for that, but just something I noticed. Okay, now one thing I want to let you know, that camera in the Southwest lobby, the timestamp, if you go back and review this video, you'll see that it's continuous. It's not hiccuping, stopping, or anything. So now we got a lady coming into the lobby with a sundress. It looks like she kind of glances over at him, but no real acknowledgement, just in passing. We're approaching probably about 3 or 4 minutes or so, maybe about 4 minutes or so, that the couple has been gone with the cooler. So now then you got this set of this character. He comes up with the luggage, which you'll be able to tell, like, okay, you know her. Because look what happens. Okay, she decides, now mind you, he takes a bag off of the luggage cart, set it on the floor, and she appears to show him something in this bag. I don't know if he reaches in there and takes something out or put something in, but he kind of made that gesture. And the bag he is taking out, besides all of the luggage he came with, is it almost like a small kind of briefcase, maybe even a gun carrying style bag. So just peep the time that he left up out of their family. Again, it's in the beginning. So boom, what do you know? The cooler and the bag lady, they make their way back. The cooler guy in the blue. But you notice you didn't see them come up that same hallway that they went out of. And the timestamp has been continual. I mean, it's been continuous. So, and I'm mentioning that for a reason. Now, mind you, they were gone from the lobby according to that timestamp for probably about 4 minutes or so. But they noticed they came back in no cooler and no bags. Now, why? I don't know. Does the hotel provide coolers for their customers, patrons, or whatever? Um, I don't know, but for whatever reason, he took that down there, and they were gone maybe about 4 minutes according to the timestamp on the lobby. So now they're sitting there, and mind you, while this was going on, the lady in the sundress has made her way over there to the chairs. She's sitting down. So as it's progressing. Maybe they don't know each other. This group of six people don't know each other. I think it may be in total eight. I gotta count it out, but y'all will see. And notice why. And the reason I'm keeping this camera playing because I want to show that according to the camera in the southwest hall, y'all don't see nobody going up and down that hallway since y'all saw cooler guy and the bag lady. But bang, will you know? Walking back up that same hallway and appearing cooler guy like he wanted to duck down. So now that was at least 6 to 7 minutes that they were out of this lobby or not in that hallway. So y'all can see some inconsistencies with that. So, I found that strange. Now, mind you, the lady in the sundress is still sitting over there in the lobby. It appears that they're all kind of, I don't know, maybe some casual conversation with each other. Remember the guy that left out with the pouch or the briefcase that I coined as a gun case, but I could be wrong. But remember, he left out a little while ago. That's gonna come back into play. So a little conversation. I guess they about to check out. That's the appearance that you would have. But keep in mind, we seen that time jump. Now I don't know on this lobby video. I don't know how significant that is, but you know, just something to notice. So as they're sitting there, I think what is about to occur is pretty much the icing on the cake. So let me just review while we waiting. We saw the guy in the blue shirt leave out of the lobby following the number one suspect. He ended up going into the southwest hallway, I believe it is, and exiting through a rear door, and then end up returning much later on the recording from the Southwest video than the lobby, but he returned without the shirt. And then we seen the couple. Now this guy right here, I don't know. I don't think that's the same security guard, but it could be. It could be. I had to zoom in closer, but besides him, we get. Okay, so anyway, going back, we see that the cooler guy and the bag lady went through that same door, and they came back out without the cooler they had and the bags they had. So we don't see it over there amongst this other luggage that was left by the lady in the sundress and the guy carrying the gun case, I would say. But anybody else may be familiar with those bags too, that silver color bag, and what those have some type of function that's popular amongst uh, professionals and some whatever. But let me know. Okay, so bang, here we go. So now we got these two characters walk up. The lady goes to the front desk, appears she sets something down, maybe a key, I don't know. The guy in the peach color shirt, I think he had said something to the group. They kind of acknowledged him, but as well as when they first walked on, cooler guy waved either at the lady or the guy in the peach. So they know each other, and then they all kind of pretty much set their bags together. So Peach, he decides to exit. A young lady walks in, and so soon after Peach exits, okay, in the top corner you can see some headlights by the door, as if a car is pulling in. Here we go. They start getting up. He grabs his silver bags, and hopefully I got this lined up right so I'm talking on time. But okay, here we go. They start getting up. The sundress gets up. I don't know who that guy is that just walked past with this kind of portfolio style bag. But Now, here we go. And they exiting, and what do you know? Bang. There go the guy who left with the, I guess, a briefcase or whatever, but he, for whatever reason, came through a whole nother entrance. And that was the manager that I guess happened to be walking up, decided to escort them out. And on their way out of there. So anyway, family, y'all kind of seen what I seen. Maybe y'all can review. I ain't gonna take too much time. But again, considering that the security guard and his interview with the police and some of the things that he stated would make him my number one suspect. And then anybody affiliated or associated or around him during that night, I gotta consider a suspect. And I would think that if these individuals were affiliated or worked with that biological resource center, that video there, they could easily be identified. I would hope like the feds or somebody catch wind of this. I mean, now, do I expect them to do anything? That's another question that I think we know the answer to. But anyway, family, that's pretty much what I came up with. Like I told you, I don't see any Kenneka videos, but I think we seen a group um, that that, in my opinion, they appeared pretty suspicious considering the circumstances. And like I said, the autopsy report showed that the young lady's thymus gland was not found. Um, it's located right behind the sternum, which kind of coincides with one of the crime scene photos where her hand is over her sternum. Um, you know, just replay it, view it for yourself. I may not be right, but like I said, if it was my daughter, my niece, my sister, everybody inside of that building is considered a suspect. And, so that's why I'm approaching this way. And again, the devil is in the details. And a lot of times we overlook. And I think, you know, those videos that's out now, everybody want to see her walking through and, but if this crime was big. So if it's big, I don't really have to see her to try to piece together this crime. So y'all check it out. Let me know what y'all think in the comment box, and let's keep the pressure on them. Peace, family.